the Sajar in there, but he's like hyper camoed with the whipping sand around him. And he's not static in it. He does sort of flitter around in like a certain central space, like the eye of the storm, if you want to call it that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like he's not like the same way as all of you, but to like a much softer degree, subject to the winds that the sandstorm is producing. He's there, and at this point in time, with a nat 20, you do see that some parts of him, the parts where his scales normally are on his, physiology, are differently colored than the rest of the sand around it. To the point where these scales aren't even comprised of sand. They are certainly covered by it. Like, it's like going to the beach and then you have a metal detector and you find something in the dirt and you dig it up. It's like that. Like they're there, but they're like super hard to see, especially at this distance with all the obscurity in between. He's there. In a certain regard.
So, yeah, I think Alessandro will say this house. Well, I see him in there, but something's up with his scales. Can't quite make it out.
What? We told him to stop doing this shit.
That's right.
Well, at least he told us ahead of time.
He told you he was gonna do this?
Told me.
So what's his plan?
I don't know. What?
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Something untoward is happening.
Oh, well, that's really.
I think, if no one else does, and I mean no one else from like him, and also anyone that I can see, despite the sandstorm.
Oh, my bad. I totally forgot to turn this on. I totally forgot to turn this on. This
You
was
have an overlay for this? Oh,
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
It's at this point that the sand, to Alexander with the perception, the scales disappear off of him. He begins to fade and become one with the sandstorm, and the sandstorm becomes black sand with the iridescence in between.
Oh.
Little specks. I would get rid of him, but that would destroy the aura, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. There you go. Turn him
There you go.
darker.
Could have just like an invisible toe. Whatever.
I think Silas will start approaching the storm and like gingerly try to put a hand in it.
Okay, make my Constitution save.
Okay. That's not terrible.
Hey, that's like 5. You can only get 5% better, really. Yeah. Let me just go check the drawer spell save DC real fast. No reason.
Oh, God.
I don't think it's that good.
Okay.
I think it's like 14 or 15 or something.
Well, I'll be using his con and points of his charisma.
Oh, that's
I
much
like the
worse.
question marks there. I love that.
He's like, uh-huh.
17. Put that. Yeah, here's the thing. Fred's not here, and he and I did sit down and get a plan for a new Sajar. I'm not at liberty. I wasn't at liberty to tell him he doesn't necessarily get that sheet. He can still die.
Oh.
There. DC 17. Yeah, so you put your hand in, Silas, and immediately your hand begins sort of... You guys have actually probably felt it, maybe not Alexander, because by that point, Sajar was able to control it, but before, if you guys were in the effects of his rage of Shamandrax, he couldn't turn it off, friend or foe. It just hit people. It's a similar feeling as that, but intensified. But you do note that as you pull your hand back out, the sudden searing pain of having put it in this sandstorm, your hand looks a bit desiccated.
What does that mean? I need to Google what that means.
Dried.
I mean, yeah, no water.
Dehydrated.
So it's like, imagine putting your hand in like a playground sandbox and leaving it there for like 30 minutes. Moving it around. This texturing on the outside of your hand, which still has some like soft bits of like dust and dirt and sand on it. You look at your hand, and when you try to like flex it, it does feel a little bit slower.
I think Silas will kind of go like, ugh.
It still works. It's just like it recovers pretty quickly. Like visibly recovers quickly. You still take damage though. Sorry.
How much?
Yeah.
It would be half this amount. Wait, is it 8?
15d10.
Oh, they're D10s.
Are
Ooh.
d10s? Oh no, I'm sorry.
So you take half this amount. Oh, dude, you're golden.
I'm good.
Drop below
7
average and then
radiant.
half that.
That's a 7 radiant damage.
Radiant.
Well, I guess technically it would be like some of it's necrotic. I didn't think about that, huh? So 7 would be halved. 4 radiant, 3 necrotic there. But you're not resistant to either of those, so therefore it's just 7 damage anyways.
Now, if it was psychic.
You know what I should just do? Next time, if you guys like have to deal with it, I'll just do 2d10, 2d10. Let me make it easier that way. Because then it'll get broken down by damage type. Anyways,
Yeah, just scribble that
yeah,
down.
so you suffer that amount of damage. And you guys could hear sort of shouting at each other because they're like right next to it. Kasai and Ingrid are like concernedly shouting at each other. Lyco's watching, it's like, oh my god, it's a dinner and a show. And another show. She's like, oh my god, you mortals are so fucking dumb.
Promptly ignoring her. I'll head over here.
You said he became like one with the sand, right?
Mhm.
Is there anything physical at all in the center?
Like you're talking like items or like a physicality?
Yeah, anything tangible that isn't sand.
You got a nat 20, yeah, that's fair. You got a nat 20, and you didn't even roll with advantage.
He did, but at the first roll, like if you look on it, it's 2d20 drop 1.
Oh, that's how you have. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that. That makes sense.
It was his first
Yeah.
roll.
It was his first roll, so yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Yeah. Looking towards the center of it, does seem to be like a cloud, if you want to call it that, a tighter pattern, similar to what I described before, but much more loose. Right. It's not really like a consolidated amount of sand making like the coefficient of like a snowman in the middle that is Sajar. No, it's more of like there's just a higher concentration of sand. There's like a cloud of sand, but it's tighter in patterning versus the rest of the shit which is whipping around.
I think so. So last Alexander, if he's still in there.
Oh, my bad. There would be one more thing.
Oh.
There would be a sword. A Greek sword.
I think Alexander he almost has his hand, like his face in this cloud, trying to see in the center there. As Silas asks that, he says, "I don't know. I'll find out." He takes off his glove and he starts like undoing his coat.
Don't. It hurts. It really fucking hurts.
He shucks off his coat. He removes his gun belt and he says, "I'm used to pain."
Alexander, don't. She like just grabs you, because I grabs you for a sec. You might not make it back. She like takes like some like loose grass here and just sort of flicks it into it, and it immediately disintegrates and becomes sand.
Ooh. She said, "What did she say?
Don't. You might not come back."
What about Ingrid here?
Ingrid is examining it, which is... You guys haven't really seen the side of Ingrid at all during this party. Like, even Silas, when you were talking of Ingrid, she definitely had, like, a general sense of benevolence and calm, almost, like, motherly sort of, like, energy to her. But at this, she's a lot more concentrated, a lot more, internal, a lot more isolated in that certain regard. She's examining it with an immense amount of focus. Not like a bad way or anything. It's not like, oh my god, he's going to die. No, she's just, I don't know, eerie in a certain regard.
Okay.
So, welcome to the Tajar Skill Challenge.
Oh boy.
The Sajar Skill Challenge. Sajar is, in a way, similar to what Sajar is going to attempt to do for Isadora, being an external source of assistance. You must do similar.
All right.
You must keep his body comprised, grounded, if you want to call it that, grounded against this internal turmoil. What that looks like, I don't know. I don't know. Or, alternatively, and it is immensely harder, I will tell you that right now, it's immensely harder. You can try to rescue Sajar. I can you have an idea of what it's like to be in the storm. Looks at 4d10 damage. It is difficult terrain for what that's worth in a narrative sense. And what's it? What's the line? Like every inch will cost a mile. It'll be a hard check, but it is possible in a sort of relative way.
I think Alessandra would try to rescue Sajar.
Mm-hmm.
First
I would
and
say,
foremost-
Oriana, you're by the window. You would hear this all because this is not quiet. You guys, there's conversations would have been happening the entire time. Alessander was talking with Lyco and interacting with the shooting of the magic missiles. It would have been all of that. That's like relatively concurrent time-wise.
Yeah, don't feel like
Wibbly
Uh,
wobbly timey-wimey.
yeah, don't feel like you're like excluded from this for any reason.
Come on, jump in here.
Sure.
I will say, Silas is gonna slap death word on Alessandra if possible.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that.
Oh, that is a very good idea. Thank you.
I get one for use of it, so, and then I have 3 spell slots, so don't fucking die.
Hello, Dorky.
Hey, Dorky.
Good timing.
Dorky.
Very good timing.
We're doing a little bit of a skill challenge here to save Sajar. Well, I say save Sajar's soul. Say that 5 times fast. Yeah. Well, I say save his soul. I guess your guys are just really trying to keep him from being undone. Delvit and Tolis are jogging by the edge of this sandstorm. You had some pretty good passive perceptions, and he's not making an effort to hide. You guys would spot that Delvit's hand is similar to you, Silas. I mean, it's recovering. It's immediately recovering.
Yeah.
But he was in the initial shock wave, the outburst of the sandstorm, so he definitely got hit.
Mhm.
It's recovering, but yeah.
As he starts like rounding not really a corner, but rounding around this storm, the sand, Alexander will call out to him, "Delve it to the fore!" Tell him to come up here.
Yeah, he begins like jogging on up, and Kasai gets out of the way.
He
What should we do?
takes his gun belt off and he says, "You should keep hold of that."
He does. Like, he grabs it and looks at you. You're not going in there, are you?
I think he glances over at Kasai, and then back at Dell and says, "She says I'll die, but I won't. 'Cause the rest of you gonna keep me alive. Ain't that right?"
She gives you the Kasai gives you a look like you like you bastard.
Stupid. You're stupid as shit.
Like, let me check a thing really fast.
Also,
while you're doing
I'll say
that, can
no-
Oriana do
oh.
a thing? So I can try to get
Sure.
it. Just no, wait, the window's on the wrong side. Alright, fuck. She'll open the window and just see how loud it is and if it's
Yeah,
if she can
Is
shout
it on
at
the
it.
wrong side?
it's on the left side.
'cause,
Yeah,
like, yeah,
This is
she
left.
would be looking down.
It's on the
like
left, Nina. I don't know if you realize that.
there. Yeah, basically where she's standing is like there-ish relatively.
They're not 1-to-1, so
No, I know, but I thought you meant wrong side, as in it was facing that side of the house. I was like, no, you could totally jump down and be here.
not north, south, east, west. There you go.
Yeah, she Does it seem like she would have the ability to shout down to someone down here and be like, "What the fuck is happening?" Or is it like too fucking loud from this thing?
You can try. It's very loud, but you know.
Who is conscious down here that she?
I mean, technically everyone.
A lot of people.
I thought Zal. I thought Zal. My brain was just like Zal's asleep. Everyone's asleep. It's like that's not how.
They're not asleep as it is.
Yeah, she'll just shout down in general like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I have no idea.
I appreciate you, Zal, but damn it.
Get your ass down here.
Ah.
Says Silas.
I don't roll a performance constitution base for shouting as loud as possible. I guess I don't know.
Constitution. Am I? I'm not
Actually,
proficient in performance. Why am I checking?
I know charisma as well because like when you're like in like a theater, like an opera or something, you have to project, right? So I think it makes sense. So Connor charisma based. If you guys just how about all of you just do it? Like roll me your performance using your con or your charisma.
Alright, so
Just to give an idea of like how audibly heard your capable.
so
What am I
using
fucking
con
typing?
or charisma.
Audibly heard
Did you say?
character is. There you go. I was gonna be like, how audibly heard your constitution is. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. Jesus.
Oriana needs to learn
Okay.
to speak with her chest, apparently.
Yeah, okay. I think Oriana, if you got closer, you would like be more audibly heard, which makes sense given that you're on the second fucking floor. D, you're relatively soft spoken, so I guess it makes sense that you're not heard.
I'll say that next to a tornado.
Silas, you're a Harlander. You're loud. You're a bard. There's a number of reasons why you're able to be heard. It's like people calling me out in real life for being so loud. Listen. Okay.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
household, you either learn to be loud or learn how to be ignored. And I didn't get used to the second one. Alexander, you normally have a loud, booming voice, but just this aridness, this dryness is like semi-literally, I guess, sapping your... I'm a thirsty boy.
Where's my vitamin water?
And I can use some water, too.
Okay,
So-
not being able to make contact. She could probably hear Zal being like, "I don't know," because it's Zal. She's gonna run over here, pop this open real quick, just peek out and talk to Lana. It's like, something's happening downstairs. I'm gonna see what that is.
I'll go with you. I was
Okay,
wondering
cool.
what that was. Let's see, Zol.
Straight-
He's not the best. He just woke up. He's got a frog in his throat.
You know what? Fair. It might be a literal frog. She will hop out this window
I hope
because
not.
she can. It's faster.
Oh shit! Nice move. Whew.
Hell.
Make me acrobatics check. Do have advantage.
Yeah. Acrobatics. She has
Or
some, but
athletics. I think
also-
either one works.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, yeah, you have slow fall.
Yeah.
Okay, make me the check anyways. Still with advantage. This is for a different thing now, though.
To help Lana. Fucking god.
Nice.
Yeah. So, you leap out the window, and as you're about to, hit the ground, you like use your key powers to slow your fall. Whereas Lana just leaps out the window, almost like fucking Assassin's Creed parkour sort of shit, and doesn't really gauge the distance to the ground. Like she's pretty confident that she'll just roll with it, but instead you catch her and help her roll with it.
Hell yeah.
And from above you, you hear someone like whistling, like a cat call, like woo woo.
Ariana's like, "Yeah, I'm cool," and then immediately gets red. It's like, I don't know what to do.
Mirka also jumps down, and she does have a slow fall, but hers, because flavor text is fun, is different. A pool of water actually is like below where she lands, almost like seeing like a fucking was it oh god, what's the water Zelda? The one where you have the boat. What was it?
Wind Waker.
Wind
Oh,
Waker.
Wind Waker, yeah.
Yeah, it's like like in Wind Waker, you could see where you're gonna land by your shadow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. A very small pool of water, is where she's landing, and as she's about to hit the ground, it sort of upsurges and like slows her momentum by the powers of water resistance.
I was thinking that one scene in Avatar, like during the fight with the Fire Lord, where Aang just pulls like a blob.
Something
of
like
water
that,
towards
yeah.
him.
Something like that, but nowhere near as extreme.
Okay. After everyone does sweet flips off the second floor, they go over there. It's like, Wants to know what the fuck is happening. So, what? Just gesture that thing. What?
Jajar, apparently!
So Joe was
Again?
trying something. I think it's going bad. We're gonna get him out of there.
Kasai, in a rare outburst of annoyance, he just goes, "You think?"
Right? It's black sand that's been continuously going. This is weird even for him.
Tolos is casting a series of spells, and not even ritually, like actively casting them. And she does remark, whatever this sand is, it's draining more than just life.
Oh no.
Oh,
She like squints her eyes, and she does have her mask on for now more than just cool factor reasons, but for like literal safety reasons. It's stealing away magic.
What happens if you don't have magic? What does it steal then?
Delby just holds up his hand. I think I have an idea. It looks like a good chunk older. It's recovering very quickly, though. It's definitely some sort of magical, not aging effect, but something equivocal.
Does it... if he pulls down, like, his sleeve, does, like, his arm that's under the sleeve also have a similar effect? Or because it was barricaded from the sand, it was fine?
It does gradient up his arm, even though he does have sleeves.
Okay. So can still affect even if there's berry.
Ingrid begins walking around, and she's not even looking at Sajar, she's looking around as if there's something else. Like in like the sky, the dirt, the door, the house. Like she's just walking around looking at everything but Sajar and the sandstorm.
Yeah. Does it look like there's like an... I don't know if we'd be able to see it down here, but like a center of the storm, like eye of the storm kind of thing?
Roll your perception. I mean, Alessander, you know for a fact that there is.
Yeah. Would it help if she like climbed this wall a little bit and then looked down?
Is there
Actually,
a
how high
possibility
up does
for
it
her
go?
to gain any more insight from this perception?
Potentially.
Natural 20 and it was a 30. Oh, maybe.
Then if I see her kind of like looking in there, can I just assist her with it?
Sure.
Yeah, she's just
This
taking a step
sandstorm
back.
is much more tall than it is wide. It's like not cylindrical exactly, because that makes it sound like it has like a flat, side, right? Because that's how cylinders work. Like they have a flat side. Just imagine like a fucking polar pop or something like that, or a popsicle. It's not like that. It is curved. It just is like a, I guess egg is probably, or like dome shaped, right? So like it's taller than it is wide, like a fucking flan.
How high up does it go?
25 feet.
So if you got possibly on top of the building, you could maybe jump into it? Maybe, possibly, sort of? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, in theory, just ignore the fucking wind. That'll push you around.
Fall
The
faster.
wind, the desiccation and radiant necrotic effects, the difficult terrain aspect of it, getting out.
Look, I'm trying to think of something here, okay?
I have a hypothetical escape plan with my coiling grasp tattoo for whoever goes in there because it's all within 15 feet.
Roll your Arcana.
Oh, I'm afraid of that. Alright, let's see here. Where is it? There it is. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, maybe.
Like he is within 15 feet. Well, the thing is, there's a 15 feet from.
Well,
sorry, my bad. I mean,
yeah.
I'm getting used to this new UI.
That's also a point of, like,
Where
if
is it?
it's absorbing magic, if you try to use
Oh.
magic, would it just get eaten instantly?
Well,
Technically, this is 20
Ooh.
feet.
but it's not for him. Assuming that Alessander was going in.
Oh, like a
The people around.
lifeline tether.
Yeah.
I see.
And then I was gonna summon once I get a minute. I don't want to,
You know what? I brought this up by like mistake, but like to make it easier. Yeah, roll your initiatives. This is a skill challenge, so you pick me a skill or some other capability. Well, I guess no, it's called a skill challenge. Pick me a skill pick me a skill, and you tell me how do you assist with it. Again, your objective is to keep Sajar grounded in whatever capacity you believe that to be. Because I will say he is like the center concentration, that's a really good term for us, concentration of sand that is quote unquote Sajar, in the same way, you know, cotton candy is a concentration of sugar. That's it. That is up until it hits water. That is. It is fading, so he is losing himself to the rest of the storm. Right? He's getting Thanos snapped, and then the rest of the sand is the fucking gem. All right? It's like that. So you can try to pull him out of the storm. Again, it's immensely difficult, but it's possible. Or ground him, keep him present here in his quote-unquote form. Might involve slapping him physically, somehow getting in there and slapping him, might be shouting at him, might be this, might be that.
I have like one idea, but before I jump into that, did the perception check I got earlier do anything, or was it not good enough for that?
24.
So what were you trying to observe from above?
More or less just to see if there's like an alternate access point, or maybe if like.
Not really.
How do you describe this? The storms are random, but they usually have like kind of rules that they will naturally end up following. She's kind of trying to feel that out. You know?
I'm not fully picking. I mean, like, there is an Eye of the Storm, if that's what you're asking. There is that. Like, we've confirmed that. In terms of if this thing operates on the same rules of storms and sandstorms, you're not a druid, so you're not 100% certain on that. It definitely looks like it. But you're cognizant that this is not normal, so.
Yeah. Okay. So, an idea I had, I don't know if this would be the perception check at that point, but fuck it, she's first on the initiative list, unless you wanted to roll like NPCs and have them throw it in there.
Nah.
Okay.
NPCs will be doing things as you guys are doing them, I just want to put them on the turn order.
That's fair. So he had his dune walking, which we have seen exactly once. Maybe twice, actually, but I'm pretty confident only once. I don't know how to describe this. She wants to try and mimic that, but also she wants to try and mimic that to see if she can find at least a safer survivable path to walk through this whole thing, like while moving with like the storm, you know, not like walk.
When you say dune walk, do you mean his ability to teleport and become sand, or do you mean?
No, I mean like the step pattern that he had, like when we were in the
Hakim.
Huh? Yeah,
that's a name for it. Okay.
She wants to see if she can try to understand that more and try to mimic that. I'm not sure how well that would go.
Roll me survival.
I can roll a survival. I don't think.
If I see her doing that, would I be able to help at all because of that one time we went?
No, sorry, I came to Sand Sage. What's up? Help in the one time you guys.
We went to the city and Sajar and Silas were stuck behind. I can't even remember what it was. I think it was tendrils or something. I'm pretty sure Sajar used that technique to get over them. I think at least.
If you want to spend your turn in initiative helping, you sure?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Would evasion help with this at all? I don't know if it would.
No.
No, okay. I thought I would mention it just in case. Survival. I don't think I can add a Kensei die to that, which kind of sucks. But I can fucking roll a survival. Where the fuck is that? No advantage, no nothing. I'm gonna re-roll that with an inspiration that I have real fast. Because that's not good. That's better.
Okay, make me a Constitution save with advantage then.
Okay. Constitution save. Advantage. Don't suck. Oh my god, thank god for the advantage.
So you take half this amount, so half of 9 is 5, half of 17 is 9. Oh, that's funny. So you take 14 points of damage total, unless you have resistance to either radiant or necrotic. You have now entered 5 feet into the storm.
Whee! So she's like there or like there?
Where was there?
And you
Technically,
said-
yeah, here.
Okay. Except
This is
14? 14 damage?
It's
No,
14,
18
yeah.
damage. 14 damage. That was insane. 68.
So be there. It is
Oh.
whipping around. Sand is equivocal to shrapnel amidst these high speeds. You can feel your body losing its moisture. It's outer layers of skin becoming more desiccated. Your body becoming more withered as you're assaulted by this necrotic energy, as well as being barraged by radiant energy. That here's the interesting thing. It's radiant brightness, but you guys see no light in all of this. It's basically like walking into like a cloud of like miasma in a certain regard.
Oh, that's weird.
So, you are 5 feet in.
Whee! She's probably just using her blind sense. Because, like, I feel that would be better than trying to see through whatever the hell this is.
You probably don't want your eyes open in this.
No, I don't think so.
Unless you want to go blind from shrapnel, but you know.
Your
That's
eyes dissipate.
you guys' prerogative. So,
Anyways.
what is Deet gonna try to do?
I have an idea, but I don't think it